Conflict doesn't start because of clarity. It starts because of confusion. Welcome to Daybreak. My name is Kristopher Noah, and we're taking 5 minutes of science and philosophy to start the day just a little better. It's Wednesday, February 11th. Downtown Birmingham is mostly cloudy and gray with a little rain in the air. Feels a bit blurry, but it's daybreak, and it's time to get moving. We're building a 3-habit stack over the next several weeks: sunlight, breathwork, and mindfulness. Even on an overcast day, 15 minutes of sunlight in the first hour after waking can reset your circadian rhythm, optimize hormone production, and enhance your alertness throughout the day. And that's a payoff I need all the more on a day like today. We've been focused on connection this week. Unintentional, but fitting with Valentine's on Saturday. We talked about the importance of being fully present, about listening with intrigue. Today we're going to look at speaking with intent and clarity. One way we lose trust and credibility with others, and maybe even with ourselves, is by sending vague messages that force others to guess. Can you get that to me ASAP? Let's circle back to that later. I'll look into it. We communicate as if everyone knows exactly what we mean, and then we're surprised when things go sideways. People cannot read your mind. Not only that, they can barely understand your words. Before we dive in, let's take 1 minute to focus our own attention with our breath. And this is one of the quickest ways to center yourself. Studies show that just 60 seconds can reduce stress, lower your heart rate, and enhance mental focus. We're doing 5-5 breathing this week. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. 6 rounds, 1 minute. Let's begin. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 5 more rounds. Just follow the breath. Keep the shoulders down. Loosen the jaw. Release any tension you might be holding. Good job. Here's the problem with vague communication. You think you're being clear because you know what you mean. You have the backstory. You know the tone you intended. You know what soon means in your head. But the other person doesn't have access to any of that. They get a sentence, sometimes just a few words, and their mind has to fill in the missing pieces. That's where the stress comes in. It's how mistakes happen. And sure, sometimes people are careless, but sometimes you left them guessing. Do you remember the last time you were left trying to decode half of a message about some urgent task from a coworker or friend? Just thinking about it stresses you out, right? Clarity saves everyone time, and it prevents a frustrating situation before it ever begins. Thomas Aquinas said it like this: understanding depends on the receiver. Communication isn't graded on what we meant. It's graded on what the other person can actually receive. This is humility in practice, right? Because at times it will mean choosing to be understood over sounding impressive. At times it will mean forcing yourself to slow down and be intentional when your mind is racing with too many things on your plate. You'll have to ask yourself, if I were them with their context, would this make sense? If not, you can't blame them later for not being able to read your mind. And here's the challenge for today. Take one message you need to send, text, email, Slack, just one. Rewrite it into 3 lines. Context, what's going on. Request, what you want. By when you need it. Then send it. It might feel overly simple, but it's proof that you're taking a step to communicate with clarity. And that's Daybreak. If you made it this far, subscribe. And for a deep dive on today's topic, visit daybreakkn.com. Tomorrow we'll talk about what to do when things are unclear, how to keep charity before certainty. Thanks for listening.